Oh, yeah, you're in.
Okay.
And then, no, not sleepers.
Not quite yet.
Not sleepers.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And that. And then I go. So, yeah, you're in. So then I go like this. The silence! Pure fucking silence! I forgot to play the music, but that's okay.
You can be the music inside.
Leave away! Motherfuckers. Flashback to everybody.
Fuck.
I really want to come into work one day, just like have Brownie just like, all right, so we got someone coming in for overtime. And he just starts playing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they start coming in like,
Now you're carrying a speaker or something down the hallway. You can slowly hear it come in.
I wish. That would be fun. That would be fun.
That would be hilarious.
Actually, wait. Fuck, on! I'm so unprepared. I don't even give a fuck. It's my show. If I was getting paid for this, I would probably care just a wee bit more.
Fair.
But I don't. But I do. I love my shit. There we go. Alrighty. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Let's see we do this here. Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Let's see if I'm even in the camera. It's like a 30 seconds delay, so I have to be talking. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to North Sports, where you get the raw, unedited bullshit from north of the border. Oh yeah, I'm way out of this shot. There we go. From across the border, where I try to get in with this fake pass, where I have a sheet where I say the big speech, and I don't know where the fuck it is. And we've been bullshitting for like an hour here anyway. Let's get a little bit more on me, less on you. It's my show, Alex. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, you're the one that put it like that.
I know, it's true. It's fucking camera angles and shit. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is North Sports. I am your host, Andrew Fulbert, and I am tuned in with basically the biggest fan of this show, and the other guy that kind of made me start this show, where when I used to smoke. We were all in the smoke pit after work at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning after we're done bullshitting sports with a few other people. You're like, dude, should probably put a show on. And I finally said, fuck it, and I did it. And then, of course, I got scouted by fucking Bucks Report and everybody else. So, like, there's some good stuff that happens with it. But this is my show, ladies and gentlemen. This is my big fan. Alex, how you doing, buddy?
Not too bad. How about you?
Not too bad, not too bad. We got one, like, little headbutt, so, like, it's really hard to, like, turn and talk to each other. But I got him on the show. We were going to do a mock draft today. But with all the, say, technical issues that were kind of going on here, like, internet fucking up, my laptop's a piece of shit, and I couldn't even sign in to Sleeper properly. So we just said we'll talk about fantasy draft that we did Dynasty-wise for North Sports. We'll talk about that later on. We're going to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars and their tanking and why it's the best thing for them to do, honestly. And we're also going to just recap the NHL and the NBA playoffs. But first of all, ladies and gentlemen, do you want to win some fucking hot sauce? Alex wants to win some fucking hot sauce. Alex is in the running to win some fucking hot sauce right now. You can be in the running to win some fucking hot sauce right now, too. All you gotta do, ladies and gentlemen, is share the video and add Heartbeat Hot Sauce, like tag them in the comments. Do one or do both, and you get 1 or 2 entries into the draw. And what do you get, ladies and gentlemen? It's like, open the fuck up. Oh, this guy's... Oh, wrong way.
Difficult.
There we go. So we got my favorite, the blueberry habanero. But we got jalapeno, we got the pineapple habanero, and the normal red habanero, ladies and gentlemen. You want to win this? I don't give a shit if you're in Antarctica. Man, if I had somebody watching from Antarctica, I'd be pretty proud of that. If you're from Antarctica, you're from the States, you're from anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, I will send you Heartbeat Hot Sauce. I will send you fucking hot sauce. I will also have a sports booster pack. I actually bought one. I've been trying to find these Illusions and the Chronicles because you get the chance to get like the Jaws and the Zions and stuff, which are obviously going to be very expensive fucking cards. But somebody either watches this show here around the area, and it's like, man, there's only one Walmart in Fort Saskatchewan. I'm just gonna go abuse the fuck out of that and go steal it from Andrew every time. I even started finding out when they actually go and like fill them out, and I'm always an hour late and they're gone. Leave me with like baseball prisms, like, and hockey cards. Nobody wants fucking hockey cards. I just found out. They all just want McDavid. They don't just sell McDavid packs in the middle of Walmart anymore. They're a lot smarter than that now. Ugh. So I had to buy essentials, which is like for NFL, which is actually really good, but it's not. Like what rookie? It's not the Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields draft of next year. That's when those things become really expensive, and the fucking football cards, well, the basketball cards. I mean, Anthony Edwards rookie would be really nice. James Wiseman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many people are going to go for a LaMelo Ball?
Those American fucks would too.
Yeah.
A lot of those like California kids.
Yep.
I'm not going to get any of them. Like, at least I got my Jaw rookie and I got 4 Zions, but that was when he was in college, but it still works out. And it was like, you know, there was only like 4 boxes available when I started doing this damn thing. Ugh. I'm going to have to start like selling them all quicker and like start paying for like $500 booster boxes.
Yep.
Fuck's sakes. Anyways, that's still what it would do. I'm going to buy a box. Probably, you know, I'm not going to buy just like a normal booster. Like, here's a hockey one. Enjoy. Look, you guys want to win this one? There'll be a chance to get fucking nothing. No, I'll actually buy one where there's a chance, and then you'll send it to me because, like, he actually got a couple out of the pack that he won. So,
yeah.
Yeah. Joshua Cole Allen says, hey, Andrew. What the fuck? You don't say hi to Alex? Hi, Josh. He's a Bucks Report reporter. And he does a great job. So, ladies and gentlemen, Heartbeat Hot Sauce, you want to win it, and a booster pack, and I'll add something else in there. There'll probably be some, like, swag. I'm actually possibly going to get a couple of North Sports shirts made.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, you're getting one for sure. Like, a couple people are just getting a couple of free ones, but I'm going to probably put that one in the giveaway, because there's a couple of people at work who were like, dude, I can make that for you. So, I was like, right on. That sounds good. You can follow me on Twitter at Andrew_Faubert. Follow North Sports logo anywhere across the board. This show will be on Spotify later on. I'll have to upload it, and it takes fucking forever. Especially when in Canada, my internet doesn't even fucking work, and it's like, you need to stop torrenting. I don't torrent! So tell whoever's on my account to stop torrenting. I don't get it. Anyways, follow me all across the board. I'm on Twitter. I'm pissing everybody off, and I fucking love it. Follow me on Bucks Report. Follow everybody at Bucks Report. They're going to be on the On Deck Bar and Grill in Isla Sorna? Sounds like a Jurassic Park island.
Yeah.
I think that's a Jurassic Park island. I'll have to get all the details of that. I'll post this nice big thing on North Sports. But if you live in the Tampa area or Clearwater area, go check out Peter Blake, Joshua Cole Allen, Rick Hughes, Ray Kennedy, Blake Anthony, and all the other guys at Bucks Report. Nick Citro and all the other analysts, Anthony Bamunde. I'm missing other people, Keith Larson, Philip Swagler. There's other people. I'm part of them. That's a Josh. Yeah, I'm part of them. I help them. I don't do much for them right now because I'm Canadian and I don't fucking know anything. But that's neither here or there. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so let's go over the NHL and NBA playoffs. Oh, hold on. Don't talk to me like that. I'm your only viewer right now. This is very true. I've known this. I only get like a couple of viewers here and stuff like that because one day I'll say something very controversial on here and it'll be like 1,000 views right off the bat. They'll be like, oh, did you say the Washington Red Fogels? I'm not going to say their name now because someone will actually use that against me. They're probably going to go back to like my first episode where I was like, the Washington Red Fogels. I'm not going to say their name. I just call them the Red Fogels now. Anyways, let's talk a little bit here about the playoffs that have been going on. We'll start with the NHL. We're only down to the final 4. And in the West, we got the Golden Knights versus the Stars. And in the East, we got the Islanders versus the Lightning. Let's start with the Lightning versus the Islanders. It's basically just Barry Trotz's newly revamped Alexander Ovechkin-less Washington Capitals versus the still signed but never there in the playoffs led Steven Stamkos and the Tampa Bay Lightning. I don't understand how the fuck the Islanders got this far. I really don't. I was so confused when I found out, like, not even 3 weeks ago that it was Simeon Varlamov was their goalie. And I was like, oh, the guy that led Colorado when they had no offense. And now all of a sudden he's on a team that has a lot of offense. I don't know why I'm saying offense like that. Okay, so the Lightning, though, like with Stamkos, I'm not going to lie. When they have Stamkos, it's a complete team. And it takes them fucking up in order for teams to counter to usually beat them.
Yep.
But they can beat themselves up, and we've seen that. When they don't have Stamkos, it's like everybody else has to kind of step it up a little bit, and they do a lot better. And a lot of people still give me shit for being like, how dare you say trade Stamkos? But like, if you really look at it, someone like Minnesota would give you everything to just even have the name Stamkos on a jersey.
Yeah.
AKA, you look at the Buccaneers. Brady literally behind closed doors, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Either the Glazers knew they were having Tom Brady come in long before they changed those jerseys, or Brady came in and was like, I'll sign with you guys, but you're changing the fucking jersey. I'm not wearing this shit.
I'm going to go with that one.
Right? Like, it wouldn't make any sense for him to come in with the alarm clock and the fucking little, like, winged shit on it. No. He was like, you're changing this jersey and I'll come in. I'll even bring Gronk, for crying out loud. But we're not wearing this shit, okay? It's the Glazers did whatever it took just to get the name Brady on the back of the fucking jersey, and it worked. And then we got Gronk on the back of the jersey. And now where I should be considering a Vita Vea or a Devin White jersey in the next, say, month and a half, I'm considering a Brady or a Gronk or a fucking Fournette. Or even a Rosen. I don't know. I wouldn't get a Rosen. That'd just be gross.
Yeah.
I gotta wait and see what happens there.
Get a Rosen practice jersey.
The old school, like what Brady wears, the orange.
Oh yeah.
In the practice, like the Buccaneers, like orange. That I love the orange. And a lot of people hate it, but like, I want more orange. I want more creamsicle. That's been our thing, and everyone even too is like, we get the little creamsicle and the number and stuff like that. They're like, why do you guys have to put that in there? And I'm like, I get it. Like, but the way that they make it blend for our jerseys now, it's like, we can use those jerseys for like 35, 40 fucking years. You don't have to change them ever again.
Yeah.
Whereas these ones I've been like for like 10, 15 years. I'm like, any news on some jersey changes?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Gronk and fucking Brady are coming. Call the China shops. Nikes. Bad joke. Don't care. Anyways, so going back to the Lightning, I still think the Lightning. The Lightning have probably got this.
I would think so.
I think the Lightning got it probably in 6. The Islanders just getting this far though. Now all of a sudden, when you get your new arena and the COVID's all done, and you get a pretty good draft pick in the first round, and you start getting more depth in your system, and all of a sudden Barry Trotz is like, you know what, guys, does that fucking suck? It doesn't feel good losing, right? Okay, cool. We're gonna go sign someone like Pietrangelo, where people would be like, oh, okay, well, so you got Oilers, Detroit, Pittsburgh, for fuck's sakes. There's a bunch of teams in the running that are gonna do things in the next couple of weeks here to get rid of cap space. Even St. Louis is doing it when they traded Jake Allen.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, like, if you got a random team that comes in there, like, who the fuck did I just say? I just spilled out a bunch of teams.
Oilers, Red Wings.
Wings, Penguins. Who's the team I was saying before? That would be random as fuck.
Islanders.
Islanders coming in, because then you get Dobson. Who the hell is their other big defenseman that they got right now? Because it's mostly just meh to semi-good players. And someone in the comments is probably going to call me out on that and be like, hey, you're forgetting this one. Yeah. But, like, you'll know when Pietrangelo's on the fucking Islanders.
Yeah.
Like, this Islander team looks like the Islander team that was the best team possibly in hockey that ever existed before the Oilers existed. So, just needs a little bit more help. Keep Simeon Varlamov, keep Grice, keep as many of those players as you can. Don't go after Hall. Eberle and Hall didn't work here in Edmonton. Don't. That'd be bad. That would just be so bad. Or, if they let Simeon Varlamov go and they bring in like Holtby to be like with Trotz and stuff like that, that would be nice. But we're saying that they're already lost to the Lightning. But I mean, when you lose 8-2 like you did last night, like it's kind of done. Going over to the Golden Knights versus the Stars, the one thing, let's just say this right now. Everyone could be okay with a Golden Knights versus Tampa Bay Lightning final. I think a few people people would actually tune in for that. I don't think many people would tune in for an Islanders and Stars finals.
No.
Like, that would just be disgusting. Sagan or Eberle. I wouldn't even know to. Like, this would seem like such a COVID Cup situation that Dallas Stars and the Islanders are going to play for a fucking cup here. I personally want Vegas and the Lightning. The sex is way better with my fiance when the Golden Knights win, so obviously I root for that. But the Golden Knights go to the final and they win it. All of a sudden it becomes this fun argument, not only in this household, but just in general, where it's like, the Golden Knights have never won the Stanley Cup, they've won the COVID Cup. And it would just seem so, Gary Bettman-ish that it takes a shortened and weird playoff situation, technically extended, but extended playoff situation just for the Golden Knights to win. It would be weird. And I know I would have a lot of fun with it. Like, they never won a Stanley Cup. They roasted it over their head. Yeah, but during a pandemic, is it really called the Stanley Cup? Like, call it the COVID Cup. Just like if LeBron James wins it in the NBA. You didn't win the Lakers a championship. You won them the COVID championship. There's a difference.
Any champion this year is going to have an asterisk beside it.
Exactly. And though they shouldn't, and I've said that in a show before, it's just the inevitability that comes with it. Golden Knights versus the Stars, though. The Stars, did anybody really see Udobin doing this good? God. Udobin's about to get overpaid by some poor-ass fucking team in the offseason. Someone's about to pull up Bobrovsky and Florida Panthers and just completely fuck up their goaltending situation for like 6 years.
The Oilers are lucky they have no cap space.
Yes. You keep Koskinen, it's still $4 million. You let Mike Smith go, you save $4 million. I get that. Problem then becomes, oh my God, if you're the Edmonton, like I said in the one show, you trade Nuge, you let all the free agents go, except for some of these RFAs. Like, you save Anthony Seiyu. As much as I would say trade James Neal is just a good veteran to have, even though his contract is just fucking ridiculous.
Plus, who's going to take that contract?
Exactly. It's Detroit.
Fair.
Our Red Wings will take any contract if you're giving us any pick or draft prospect that goes along with it. Just saying right fucking now.
Yeah, fair.
What was the one I was saying? I even said, if Tampa would turn to Detroit for the Victor Hedman contract, if they wanted to get out of that one, or the McDonough one. And I think that Tampa would have to give, a prospect and a pick, but it wouldn't be a first-round pick. It'd be a second-round pick, third-round pick, mid-round pick, McDonough, and, a decent prospect.
Yeah.
Where we would just deal with the contract of McDonough and the other fucking 6 ridiculous contracts. God, 3 years from now can't come fast enough for the Red Wings, where we're basically go from having no cap space and no fucking players to show for it to having all the cap space, and then we're going to have to re-sign everybody.
Yep.
But probably by that time, Mantha will be traded, which I don't want. Or Larkin, which I also don't want.
Well, Larkin signed long-term, though.
Yeah, but I still see him being traded.
True.
I could see him being the big trade bait. I could see them re-signing Mantha for 3 years. And then in 3 years, when we got to give him a new contract, if he outplays his contract, obviously give him the contract. But, if McDonough or a Hedman, these guys got 4 to 5 years left on these contracts.
Yeah.
They're good players, but Detroit would be giving up, it'd be you can have Tyler Bertuzzi and we'll take McDonough and a prospect and whatever, right?
Yeah.
We've just signed Fabry, but if you look at Fabry's contract, it's a 3-year contract. And in the 3-year window, Detroit's we can just say, fuck all these guys and re-sign all of our draft picks or go after some of these young guys that could be possibly out there. Like Vasilevsky. Okay. We could have had. God, man, we fucked this up a long time. Thank God Holland's in Edmonton. You can fuck that up all you want.
Yeah.
Why don't you go trade Jesse Puljujarvi for Adam Larson? Oh, wait. I really love making fun of Edmonton Oilers sometimes. Some of these trades, don't get me wrong, some of these trades have been, they've gotten some players and stuff like that. But you traded, what was it? You traded Eberle for nothing, essentially.
Yeah.
what was it? Simone Gagne got traded to eventually just take 4, 5, and 7th round picks away from you for him to come back on the roster and then go to Detroit. Like, it was just, like, what was Craig McTavish and Eric Lowe doing? Besides, like, it's just the good old days in Edmonton. Like, Daryl Cates really think that was a good fucking idea? Oh, we got Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. Yeah, but obviously you can't beat Chicago.
With 2 top 10 players.
Thank you! See? I've been preaching this shit for how long? And I even told you guys are meeting Chicago. You need to treat this game, this 5-game series, like this is the Stanley Cup.
Yep.
Because you got Jonathan Toews, Patrick Kane, and Crawford, who have all won 2 cups. And you guys haven't won shit. You guys lost to the Ducks. You guys beat the Sharks the one time you guys had a good playoff run, and then you lost in 6 to the Ducks.
Yep.
Who don't even have a team anymore. And, like, you had the Cassian game, and I'll always preach Cassian for the Cassian game. Like, it was amazing. But you've done nothing. You basically signed Tippett, and Tippett was like, can I just have one season of the good old boys? And you're trying to get away from the good old boy situation. I just want Mike Smith to come in net for a year. Oh, but he did good in Calgary. Oh my God, I really cannot explain to you that there is a different mentality of the Calgary Flames and the Edmonton Oilers. When you come to the Oilers, you're coming to play for a fucking championship and for a damn good team almost every year with a fan base that's going to treat you like shit and a city that is shit. Whereas when you go to Calgary, the organization is shit. The players are pretty fucking good because they keep stacking up all these draft picks and shit like that, but the organization is shit, your arena is shit, and your city is pretty fucking nice. It's an unhealthy balance. Mike Smith didn't give a fuck. He was with the Flames, and they had Riddick in there too. And he's the fucking stick flip, which
yeah.
Like, that's going to just live in infamy for now on. Like, the Oilers are going to have to deal with that. And the jersey being thrown on the ice twice. There's a couple other bad things that they did. Anywho, going back to the playoffs, I really think that the Golden Knights are going to still come back and win this. The Stars have a really good team, but is Udobin going to be able to stop like 4 very fucking good lines from the Vegas Knights? I don't think so. And then in the basketball side, we got Lakers versus who's the Lakers? Rockets right now. Oh yeah.
It's actually been a really fun series.
Yeah, you know, it would have been a fun series. Thunder versus Lakers. So butthurt.
I mean, that's a really good matchup, though. You've got the Rockets that play all that small ball, and then you've got the Giants on the Lakers.
Yeah, David versus Goliath. I get it. I'm just taking a moment to really just dwell in the fact that the referees do not give my Thunder any fucking respect. Neither does Durant.
I mean, look at the season you guys had, though. Like, you had, like, what, a 0.6 chance to make the playoffs?
0.03 or 0.02 or something like that.
And
yeah.
You guys have no business being in the playoffs.
It's not the point. That's not the point. The point is we're playing Westbrook and Harden, who used to be Thunder players, and they're now fucking Houston with all their money and all the fucking this, that, and everything. Oh, man. We play small ball. And we got no business being there. We got no business having James Harden playing defense the last fucking second of that damn series.
You're not wrong.
Oh my God. I was so mad. So pissed. Oh my God. It would have been like Christmas had I beaten Russell and Harden, and then I get to go play. Even if I gotten 4-0'd by the Lakers, I wouldn't have given a fuck. But now, it's like Durant quits on the team when we have a 3-1 series lead, being like, oh man, I can't have the Warriors, I can't have us beating the Warriors, like when I'm about to go join them, so like, and I'll go pitch at my own players for not passing it to me. Like, shut the fuck up. So you gotta deal with that. And then he goes to the Golden State Warriors and wins. And then you got on the other side, we trade Russell and Harden, and they go to essentially the same team, and we get like this not bad package, you know, like the Harden. We got players and picks that we should have gotten for the Harden trade now. Like, we got way better situation now. But oh my fucking God, we're that close with a Canadian, a Hawaiian, Oh, there was another. I think there was a Brazilian or an Israeli.
Schroeder German?
A German, yeah, a German, yeah, Schroeder, yeah, and CP3,
who
and,
realistically should be the MVP this year. If you're talking true MVP, it should be Chris Paul. The fact that he took that team,
and I can't say that because then I'm the biased fucking Thunder fan.
I'm not a Thunder fan. And
no,
he's Timberwolves.
Yeah, he's Timberwolves
unfortunately.
fan. And I'm a Thunder fan, though, and I've had people on Twitter being like, so if the Supersonics come back, what are you? And I'm like, I'm probably a Supersonics fan, I'm not going to lie.
You're a Thunder fan because of the Supersonics.
Exactly. Yeah. Though, like, it'd be the same thing, you know, in hockey, because, like, I love the Jets. So the Jets went back to being my second favorite team. I still respect the Coyotes, but they used to be the Jets.
Yeah.
And the Thrashers. Wait, yeah. No, the Jets used to be the Thrashers. That's what it is, yeah. And the Coyotes used to be the Jets. Yeah. And Colorado used to be the fucking Nordiques, and the Nordiques just need to come back.
Agreed.
Though, I still think Carolina... I still think the Hurricanes are going to Houston. Like, the owner bought the Hurricanes, and then they put a rule in, it's like, you can't move this team for 7 years. You don't put the rule on the fucking team if you're not going to move the fucking team.
Yeah.
Or sell the team.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make any sense. And if I'm fucking Houston, if I'm the city of Houston, you're like, well, okay, you know, hockey, whatever. But when you got a culture now where they celebrate and they really piss everybody off, and I fucking adore it. I don't necessarily like Carolina, but I love the fucking celebrations.
Yeah.
Because, like, when they play Boston and the Boston players are just sitting and watching them celebrate, being like, next fucking game, holy shit, I'm going to hit you, I'm going to hit you, I'm going to hit you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a beautiful fucking thing. But, yeah, they're going to Houston. Oh, my fucking God. I honestly think they're going to Houston. Okay, so out of the Final Four, who do you got playing in the finals?
I've got...
Oh, wait, sorry, yeah, for hockey. We'll do hockey first, yeah.
For hockey, yeah, you got to go Knights and Tampa.
Yeah, I think Knights and
Tampa. I think... I look at the Islanders the same way I looked at the Canucks, honestly. It's a lot of young players that, yeah, you had a good run, but you still need a couple years to develop, grow, and then they are going to be dangerous for a few years to come.
Vancouver needs to figure out, like, do you just keep Demko?
I think you got to keep Demko and move on from Marchand.
Man, because, like, Detroit should have fucking... I heard rumors before that Detroit under the radar was trying to trade for Demko when he wasn't doing too great, because obviously Yzerman knows how to fucking, you know, look out for talent. Yeah. If you don't think he does, go look at the current roster of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Yeah. That's Steve Yzerman.
Yeah.
It's nobody else but Steve fucking Yzerman, thank you very much. That's why Daddy came home.
Thank God.
Thank fucking God. We were trying to trade for Demko apparently, or it was Demko or Markstrom, but I think they were going to allow Markstrom to hit the open market, and they were trying to trade really hard for Demko. And I heard that it was a first in 2022 for the Shane Wright draft, which fucking, yeah. So props to Vancouver for being like, if you're going to trade Demko and he's doing good, we're going to take a chance at the fucking, yeah. And Yzerman's like, nah.
Yeah.
If we don't get Lafreniere, we're taking all the picks we can for 2022 and waiting for that other fucking kid to come up.
Yeah.
Because, let's not even get into the draft. A couple of pissed off Red Wing fans here anyway. Yeah. Who do you think we're taking at number 4?
Man, I don't know.
Like, it could be Holtz. It could be, was that Antoine London? I could see London. I could see them going after the defenseman.
Talking Drysdale?
Yeah, I can see them going Drysdale.
I think that's where I'm leaning.
I do think, I think Drysdale too, but I think Ottawa's sitting there at number 3 being like, we kind of need to take Drysdale. And Detroit sitting, I'm still sticking to it. Just take Askarov.
Yeah. I was just going to say that.
Like, you had the 6th pick last year and you took Seider and you just left it, like, no one talks about Seider. And, like, when the people who do talk about Seider and they watch his tape, like, he's just pissing people off in the minors. He's hitting them and he just stands over them. Yeah. And then he skates off and scores and he's just pissing them off.
Yeah, I think you bring him up this year and pair him with Cholowski.
Oh my God. And then I'm hearing, like, because he's, like, apparently, like, this good-looking dude that he's, like, hitting on all these guys' girlfriends and shit. And I love it. So I'm like, yes, just, you got the big cocky German, go get the big quiet fucking Russian goalie now. Like, just go let him sit. If we're going to be 3 years away from the playoffs fucking anyway, or, like, before the whole rebuild starts doing good, keep him in the minors for 4 fucking years.
Well, we got no fucking goalies anyways.
We got Howard and Bernier.
Yeah.
and calm you. And that's it.
Yeah.
And all those things are broken parts, and I hate it all.
Yeah.
Going back to basketball quick. Lakers are going to beat up on Houston, I'm pretty sure. But it'll be like a 6-game series.
I'm thinking 6, yeah.
And then the other game is Denver versus Clippers. And Clippers got a 2-1 series lead.
Yeah.
Just give me the Battle of LA. That's all I want. Just give me...
And that's what it's going to be.
And when Kawhi can block you with a fucking fake... Did you see that?
That was insane.
My God.
That was insane.
Oh my God. You know it's over when Kawhi is on a different level and he's literally blocking you with his middle finger, be like, there's nothing you can do. In the East, besides the Raptors and Celtics, we'll get to that. The other one is Heat and Bucks.
Yeah.
That's done. And it's not the Bucks. I think it's the Heat. Like the Heat.
Well, no, they still...
No, I know, but it's done.
Yeah.
It's done. Like, the Heat are just doing so good. And I think if Jimmy Butler, because now, like, everybody wants to go play in Miami, and Jimmy Butler is there and they're winning, so now all of a sudden you're like, you could convince some of these other guys that are about to be free. Like, if Anthony Davis says, fuck LA, he could just go play in Miami, and then LeBron is like, what?
Man, can you imagine him and Bam Adebayo?
And Jimmy just running around those two towers? Like,
and then you've got Hero and Duncan Robinson.
And Dragic that you could probably trade away for some other picks.
See, I said Miami was a dark horse to beat Milwaukee. I didn't think in 5.
Not at all. Not at all. I didn't even think Miami would have this much of a chance. I thought Giannis was just on a different level, but I think this bubble has kind of showed like Jimmy Butler is still getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning and doing fucking basketball. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Well, and to me, it was the fact that the shooters on Miami can get hot real quick.
Oh, real quick. Real quick. You know who can also get hot real quick? The Celtics.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. We're both Raptors supporters. Yes. We're not, say, Raptor fans. Like, it goes for me, it's Thunder and then Raptors. That's just basically how it's always been. Just like in baseball, it goes my Cardinals and then the Blue Jays. The Raptors, man, holy shit. Oh, my God. They were so close. And there's going to be so close. I hope, but I don't think it's going to 7. And I said that, 2 shows ago.
Yeah.
Everyone can hold me accountable for jinxing the Raptors. And I said that if Celtics get hot, they could easily beat the Raptors. And I take the Celtics, but I'm still hoping the Raptors, obviously.
I'm thinking Celtics in 6.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like I said Celtics in either 6 or 7 because Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, and Kemba Walker are starting to get on that next level. And I totally forgot that Kemba Walker was still there. And he was so good on the Hornets. The only reason the Hornets were ever a 9th seed the whole fucking time is because of Kemba Walker. Now Kemba Walker goes on a number 2 seed and makes that number 2 seed a technically number 1 seed. But, the Raptors lost Kawhi Leonard and they just brought up the bench. The bench has been waiting for that opportunity, so they kept the number 1 seed. Or no, sorry, Giannis kept the number 1 seed. And then Raptors 2 and then Celtics 3 and shit like that. But, like, the Celtics have got this. As much as I hate it. Anunoby with that shot, though.
Yeah, that was insane.
Where the fuck did that come from?
And for Lowry, how do you throw that over Taco Fall? And
right?
Get there for a shot with half a second left. Like, that was insane.
Taco! Oh, my God. Like, hey, man, the fact that you're the Celtics and you have that team and that, like, already, and then all of a sudden, randomly, like, this 7-foot fucking 5, like, dude named Taco.
Yeah.
Like, what? And he's pretty good. Like, when he's on the fucking floor, like, he might be slow, but he's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I mean, how can you not be that good?
It's the same thing. Fuck you, Frodo! She gets mad when Frodo barks. It's all good, though. So, we're going to get into the Jacksonville Jaguars tanking talk here real quick. Check out the comment section below here. Got a lot of people. Oh, the Deck Bar and Grill. Isla de Sol. That's what it is. Not Isla Nublar or Isla Sorna. Not Jurassic Park. I got a lot of people that actually tune in. A lot of people from work. Jancy says, hello, guys, with the wave. Hello, Jancy.
Hey, Jancy.
A bunch of people that tuned in. Right on. Okay. I'm going on record today for this. And this is, like I said, the show kind of got weird because we were going to have Fubar on, but Fubar was like, hey, guys, I don't know PPR that well. I would like to sit out so I don't look like an idiot. So yeah, that's fine. I look like an idiot most of the time on this shit anyway, so But it's all good. You don't need to come on live and look like an idiot. He does. The Jacksonville Jaguars. Everybody is bitching and complaining. That's the Jacksonville Jaguars are tanking. They are sending everybody away. They are going for Trevor Lawrence. We need to stop them. How can we let them do this? How can we let them do this? Very easily. We actually looked it up. As long as they hit a certain cap hit every week, they can't get in trouble.
Yep.
Oh, that's me. I was like, what the fucking sound is that? I kept this on a little bit. There's no penalty. The Jacksonville Jaguars are doing everything by the book. Now, Doug Marrone and Jay Gruden probably know that they're fucking gone. The GM, whose name passes me right now, also knows that he's gone, even though he's kept his job for like 6 fucking years. This team has some players at some positions that are actually not that bad. We went through the roster. I love the Buccaneers' offensive line, but I'd probably take their offensive line at this point.
I'd take their guard and center.
Well, yeah.
I'd take your guys' tackles.
I don't want. Well, that's the thing is I don't like. You got a lot of people would take Tristan Wirfs, obviously from the Bucs, but like Donovan Smith, $14.5 million fucking. I'll take Cam Robinson for what was he, $3 or $6 million? He was 6.
6, yeah.
I think he was 6. I'll take Cam Robinson for $6 million cap hit over Donovan Smith at 14.5.
I guess you could just keep Gronkowski there.
Exactly. And then Haig and a few other people, I just
shove. An open door for pass rushers on the left side. But.
Well, that's why we got Wirfs. So Wirfs is supposed to be the right tackle. I should have pulled out the depth chart for the Buccaneers, but Wirfs is a starter. Winfield's a starter.
Yeah.
But Jacksonville, you got wide receiver depth out the ass. You got Tyler Eifert is your tight end, and as long as his toothpick of a leg actually holds up, he's going to be fine. Gardner Minshew is literally Uncle Sam of quarterbacks. Like if the man could wear an American Speedo only on the field and a helmet and say shoulder pad, he fucking would.
Yeah.
The man is a god. And I understand what the Jacksonville Jaguars are doing right now. Is they're making sure that all the dumb fans, and I hate to say it like that, but there is a lot of those kind of fans that represent every single organization. Go look at the Patriots and the Cowboys. And the Bucks now. Because there's a lot of it. I come from New England and I know Tampa so much. You guys had Peyton Barber, and he's a great player and shit. Who you guys had you guys had Bo Jackson for all those years and Steve Young and you guys are amazing. Oh, you guys don't know shit. There's a bunch of fans out there like that. There's a bunch of dumb Jaguar fans who are going to say Gardner Minshew is the answer. Not necessarily. Gardner Minshew is going to do really good for that offense fantasy-wise.
Yep.
But he's not going to do very good. He's going to be like 21 to 24 points every single game. Problem is that defense.
Yep.
We looked it up. You got one good linebacker. You got 2 defensive tackles that are and he made a good point. One of them has been behind 4 fucking all-stars. That defensive line of before was just absolutely stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Tavon Bryan has a chance to prove himself, so it's not that bad. Your edge rushers in Josh Allen and Clayvon Chaisson is okay. Yeah. Okay, no wonder you traded Ngakoue for fucking nothing. Good job, guys. And he made also a good point. I'm pretty sure Detroit would have given you a 2nd and a 5th.
Hell, I was saying give him a 1st.
Not
this year.
Not this year. Not this, because you guys, like I've said, could be easily a sneaker playoff team.
Yeah.
Or a sneaker
Trevor
Lawrence team. Yeah. And Jacksonville's sitting there what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Stop it! Put Stafford in! Start Stafford!
Hey, if he doesn't break his back again.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Though, but I've even said it on Bucks Report, and I've had a few people actually get on board with this. If Detroit Lions were that bad this year, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won the Super Bowl, and Bruce Arians and Tom Brady walk off into the sunset.
Yeah.
Probably Gronk too. McCoy and all these other 1-year contracts that we've just signed are now fucking gone. And we got a bunch of cap space.
Yeah.
And you're left to choose between re-signing between Godwin, Barrett, Sue, If Gronk is gone, there was like a couple other people. You probably, franchise tag Godwin, re-sign Barrett, that kind of stuff. If they got Lawrence and say Justin Fields went to Jacksonville, right?
Yeah.
I said, if you're Tampa Bay, you can keep this winning mentality going.
Yeah.
If you keep Leftwich or Bowles as your head coach and go get fucking Stafford. Or even a Derek Carr. I was like, if any of those two quarterbacks are available in the open market and Tampa's already won the Super Bowl and you want to keep the winning mentality going, you don't start with a rookie. You go get a late round rookie and you can let him develop, which we're kind of doing with Rosen, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden you put Stafford in and you tell him you're going to get Mike Evans and Chris Godwin for at least 2 years. You tell Derek Carr that you get those two for at least 2 years. And then you get O.J. Howard, who at that point is probably going to have his contract. Brait will probably be gone.
Yeah.
You got some running backs that you'll probably have. I think they'll probably keep Fournette, honestly.
Yeah.
But, that would be something that Buccaneers should look at. If you're Jacksonville, if this happened too, if you don't get, Trevor Lawrence, fucking Stafford's out there, fucking go get Stafford. But what we're talking about is, are they going to get in trouble? And what is basically going to happen with the Jaguars? I can tell you right now what the Jaguars are going to do. They're probably going to get the first or second overall pick. I got the Jets getting the first overall pick just because I think Adam Gase is just royally fucked that locker room.
Yeah.
And Sam Darnold is a great, great talent. And they had a great idea putting Mosley and Bell and all those guys around them. Mosley is already opted out.
Yeah.
Bell is not going to be utilized any more than what he already was by Adam Gase, and that's fucking shitty.
I don't think Adam Gase even wants him because
Bell's
there before Gase.
Exactly. And that's the thing is they signed all those big contracts, and then they signed Gase like a week later, and he was like, But then it was like, what are you doing by signing Gase? Now, you could tell Dabo Swinney, Clemson, that, say Trevor Lawrence goes to the Jets, all of a sudden you get the biggest fucking market out there. You got some talent that's around there, even though you just traded Jamal Adams. But you do have Seattle's pick, so you can get a late round, wide receiver, running back, whatever you want. You can trade Sam Darnold to get a top 10 pick if you really wanted to. Like, if everybody starts missing out on Justin Fields, Newman, Lance, the other quarterback who I can't think of, you start missing out on those guys in the top 14, 15 picks, all of a sudden teams, like...
Someone like Carolina?
Yeah. If Bridgewater doesn't do good, definitely. Like Sam Darnold...
if they're at the 8th pick, probably.
Well, yeah. That would be an interesting one. Yeah, like if Carolina's sitting there at number, 8.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden Detroit's just like, what are you doing? We could have had another quarterback in the system. But yeah, last time Carolina had the 8th overall pick, they took McCaffrey.
Yep.
And I remember that draft, and I was like, come on, does no one think that this white running back is going to be good? And everyone was like, no, he's going to be a bust. Yeah, I ended up with O.J. Howard that draft. He's not necessarily a bust, but he's not necessarily the greatest that we've had.
I think I ended up with Jared Davis that draft.
Thank you!
Yeah.
And Carolina out of nowhere just gets Christian McCaffrey, and then they all of a sudden become a talking point because this white running back, which is 2020, we shouldn't even be saying that, but still. Like, McCaffrey had, he had more reception yards in the last 5 years, or he was in the top 5 for reception yards in the last 5 years or 3 years with like Michael Thomas and DeAndre Hopkins. Like, this guy is a fucking... Oh, and then all of a sudden, so let's even say you're the Jets and you get Trevor Lawrence, right, in this situation, and we'll get back on Jacksonville in a second, but you get Trevor Lawrence in this situation, and then Justin Fields all of a sudden has to go to Jacksonville, for example, right?
Yeah.
You can't have Sam Darnold and Trevor Lawrence. That's just impossible. But you can definitely say trade Sam Darnold and maybe like a 4th and a 5th to Carolina for the 8th pick. And then all of a sudden you're going to have Sam Darnold with Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, and more.
Curtis
Samuel and more.
Yeah.
And then that defense that they just they only drafted defense last year. That would be that. I wouldn't want that as a Bucs fan at all.
It'd be fun to watch.
What's that?
It'd be fun to watch.
It would be I'm not gonna lie. It's fun to watch Carolina do good when they actually do good. Like watching Luke Kuechly play was really fun to watch. watching the Falcons do good just pisses me off. I just like watching Julio Jones because, you know, when you're a Bucs fan and you're the reason he has 3 200-yard plus games, which is also really hard to watch. But that is, you know, it's really nice to watch as well. The one thing I don't like watching, Saints games anymore. Let's hold on. Pause on Jacksonville for a second. We got about 15 minutes left in this show, and I want to fuck all you Saints fans. First of all, you're like, oh, we're going to sign Winston for $1 million contract so he can tell us all your dirty little secrets and keep fucking Jameis 1 and then he'll tell us all the shit down here in fucking New Orleans and fucking, fuck you. Okay? Fuck you. Because then all of a sudden, what's his name? Who's the fucking Tour de France dude that fucking ball testicle cancer?
Oh,
Lance Armstrong? Lance Armstrong? Yeah. That fucking ESPN, but fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Yeah. All of you Saints fans. You and the Saints organization, you tried to get a sorry-ass team like Jacksonville, let's say, to sign Clowney to the stupid contract, and then you were just going to give them prospects and fucking draft picks, and then you were just going to have Clowney? Did you think that was going to work? I understand that a lot of people on Twitter and the internet right now are saying the Saints are scared. The Saints aren't scared. Sean Payton is a very, very smart head coach, and I would argue that he's probably smarter than Bruce Arians. Okay?
Yeah.
Sean Payton, though Bruce Arians ain't got no bounty gate on him. Sean Payton ain't dumb. And Sean Payton saw this weird little loophole where he was like, well, Jacksonville's got all this cap space. What if they just play for Clowney and I just bring Clowney here? I'll just random picks. And
such a deep roster, you could.
I mean, technically you could, right? Marcus Davenport, the guy that you traded 2 first-round picks for, isn't necessarily being the fucking guy that you thought it would be. What is he? Nope. No, he isn't. So, they tried, and it failed. And the one reason why is, and I said this on the Bucs Report, if I'm New Orleans, man, you mean to tell me that if we got Clowney, so you can let Cam Jordan go at Tristan Wirfs or whatever, where you're probably going to get a sack or 2 on Brady off of that anyway, because he's a rookie. But then you're going to have Clowney on Donovan Smith and Marcus Davenport to just freely roam wherever the fuck he wants, and then that kid out of Wisconsin that got in the draft, Bond?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I was like, okay. If I'm New Orleans and I'm those Saints fans, that's where all of a sudden it was like, okay, I see what they were doing. Yeah. The one, besides kicking, and we're not even going to talk about that on the Buccaneers, but the one soft spot and the one possible area that needs to be improved is that offensive line. Because we took offensive linemen, the last of the big 4, and we had to trade up for them too, in the draft. It's hard when he doesn't have that much practice. But, you know, if you look at his eating habits and, you know, the fact that you have to block for Tom Brady, it makes it a little bit obviously more challenging, but you're going to get the best out of this kid that you've probably ever gotten out of anybody. You know what kids you're not going to get the best out of, though, in? Jacksonville. Because you traded everybody. There's no veteran help. You even traded the safety for like $4 million. You traded him out for no reason.
Yeah.
He was like the veteran leadership on the defense.
In his like second season.
Yes. And honestly, it basically became this whole fucking tragedy, honestly, that Jacksonville's defense went from like, you know, having it in dynasty leagues and being fucking valued. And to any of my friends in dynasty leagues and fantasy leagues across the boards, remember the one trade, you weren't part of this one, so it's not shot at you, but the one trade where I was sending the Jaguars defense and Deshaun fucking Watson and D.D. Westbrook and some other fucking player. And you know what I was getting in return? Jared Goff, Will Fuller, Gronkowski, the year before he fucking retired, and 2 other players. And you know what it would have won me? The whole fucking thing. But you all vetoed the trade because you thought Jaguars defense was just so good. You were all wrong. And I had to be the subject of, you know, dealing with it. But anywho, going back to it. There's no penalty. The defense is just meh across the board when you got C.J. Henderson there. And then there was another guy. I can't remember what that corner is now. Oh, Hagen.
DJ Hayden.
Hayden, yeah. He's there, and this kind of stuff is not what you want to see, obviously, if you're a fan of any team, when your team just starts doing this, but look at the bright side. If you're the Jaguars, you're now going to be in the running for Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, for sure. Unless Gardner Minshew starts tearing shit up, which would surprise the ever-living fuck out of me.
Yeah.
If Gardner Minshew gets more than 5 wins this season, I don't even know. I should probably do a show in a Speedo. If Gardner Minshew gets more than 5 wins this season as a Jaguar, just watch like the Patriots be like, oh, we won 3 games in a row. Let's get Gardner Minshew in here, and they go like 13-3.
Fuck.
Gardner Minshew just takes a Patriot fucking Speedo in the middle of a fucking blizzard. I'd be like, fuck this. But if he does, I'll wear a Speedo on the show. If he gets more than 5 wins, you can bank it right now. But they're not.
Yeah.
Not at all. But Gardner Minshew is going to be a great backup somewhere else anyway. But you're going to be in the running for Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields. You have, that hurt my ear. Jaguars have the Rams pick, okay? You have the Rams pick. And if you look at the board, where I have the Rams playing 13th, they could be really, really good, and they could be really, really bad. So if you're looking at the 13th pick, you're all of a sudden looking at, some depth at your O-line. You're looking at another offensive wide receiver if you really wanted to. There was a couple. This is a really deep wide receiver and defensive tackle draft. So if you want to start loading up on your defense, this is the time to do it. Hell, there's 3 corners that are supposed to be really, really good. One just opted out. So he's going to be, primed and ready to go for when it all kind of starts. So Jacksonville, like if you do end up with the 2nd pick and say 13th, like I have predicted, you guys are going to be good. Because what happens when you have a new quarterback? Especially when it's a franchise quarterback. And this is my whole point on bringing up Jacksonville tanking. The only reason they're doing, say, so bad this year, and they're getting some of these players that would have done key things at key times out of the locker room, is so they can tank without, saying that they're tanking.
They can suck for a year.
Yes. And what that does is when you have 2 franchise quarterbacks available, you cannot pass that up. So you look at the Colts. When Peyton Manning went down, they had Andrew Luck coming through. If you listen to the Pat McAfee show, Dan Orlovsky almost fucked that opportunity up for them. When you have Peyton Manning in the locker room, everybody rallies behind that. When you have a scrub in there afterwards, it's like, I don't think I want to play. Everybody just does it for stats and money. It's happened across the board. Now all of a sudden, you have a really good chance of getting one of 2 franchise quarterbacks, and usually every time this happens, you get a chance at 1.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning. Let's go through. Yeah, so a Peyton Manning, number 1 overall, was basically a franchise. Elway, Marino, Steve Young, though people traded for him, and the Buccaneers. Yeah. Let's get some other friends. Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. When you get an opportunity at a franchise quarterback, you usually jump at the opportunity of a franchise quarterback. This is the closest thing we've had to a Peyton Manning since Peyton fucking Manning. Okay? It's not Patrick Mahomes. It's not that, but Trevor Lawrence is going to come in with a whole new attitude. Okay? And he's probably going to want to be in the AFC. Why? Because with his attitude, he's going to want Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson to be his fucking blockages. He doesn't want to meet them in the Super Bowl. He wants to defeat them. He wants to take them out. He wants to say Kansas City fucked up and Baltimore fucked up and the Texans fucked up, all signing the quarterbacks kind of thing while he's in this division. Because if he goes to Jacksonville, all of a sudden Tennessee's like, okay, now all of a sudden we got to get Tannehill the fuck out of here and do something. Yeah. The Texans are going to have to just start stocking up on draft picks and start getting talent around Deshaun Watson.
And defense.
Right? The Colts are already going to be in contention to get a quarterback in the next 2 or 3 years. They're going to be. My prediction is it's going to be the old man Super Bowl with the Colts and Tampa Bay playing with Phillip Rivers, and Phillip Rivers is going to be really, really good. So like the Colts, the whole division could easily be really, really fucking good when the Jags have a Justin Fields or a Trevor Lawrence. Then all of a sudden, like I said, you can grab some more talent. But after all that's said and done, or before all this is said and done, you're probably going to bring in a new GM. Yeah. And there's a few good ones available out there. and I'm not even going to get into the GMs because the one thing I want to get into right now is the fucking coaching. Look at Arizona. Bring in Cliff Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury says, I'm going to need to get Kyler Murray in here. Josh Rosen ain't the fucking answer. They give him Kyler Murray. Now all of a sudden you got me and a bunch of other people calling them to be the favorites in that fucking division. That is a scary team. Especially when Isaiah fucking Simmons falls to you. Oh my God.
Especially if they play him at safety. Imagine that. Front secondary. Him, Baker, Patrick Peterson.
Oh my God. Could Chandler Jones?
Oh my God.
Yeah, like that like the Cardinals defense right now, like if Isaiah Simmons is anything what we thought he was going to be, like, oh my God. I actually thought Carolina, because they had the seventh pick. And they took Derek Brown, which is a smart pick. I was like, man, if they took fucking Isaiah Simmons right there, you could have like a hybrid Luke Kuechly on Carolina. I would have been so pissed. So pissed. I would have been like, we just got rid of him. But then on the flip side is, now that he's on that defense, right? And they grabbed a offensive tackle in the third round. That's the reason why I got the Cardinals being so good. But if Isaiah Simmons fell to like the Buccaneers kind of thing, and we didn't take the offensive line, we would have been going after like Jason Peters and all these other guys and made a trade already. What's that?
Trent Williams.
Yeah, we would have gone after one of those guys for sure. Why Trent Williams went to San Francisco was beyond me, because if I was San Francisco, like, I understand that, like, Buccaneer fans got to thank Jason Light, honestly, because he won a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers as a player, and he had the pick right before, and he could have easily, knowing that the tackle was retiring, he could have easily taken Tristan Wirfs and just plugged him in there, but instead they grabbed Trent Williams for a year, and they made the Buccaneers trade and give them a fourth in order to get the one pick over. So Jason was just like, hey, Buccaneers, I know you got Brady, and I know you guys are going to be good this year. I ain't going to let you suffer. I'm going to let you get this offensive tackle here. And it, like, nobody likes to play nicely like that, but maybe this had to do with the fact that Isaiah Simmons was taken off the board, because Isaiah Simmons going to anywhere between the 9th and 13th pick would have just been absolutely dumb on any of those fucking teams.
Yeah.
Man. Holy shit.
God, yeah.
Even on Jacksonville.
Yeah.
You know, like Jacksonville with Josh Allen and Isaiah Simmons. Fuck me. And then Trevor Lawrence is your fucking quarterback, man. Like, Jesus. But now the fact that, going back to the Jags, is the people that you need to be keeping an eye out for, like head coaches and stuff like that. Someone like Dan Mullen, Dabo Sweeney. There was another guy that I was thinking of before the big one, but the big one that you guys should really look at is Lincoln Riley.
Kirby Smart was the other one.
Kirby Smart, yeah. Kirby Smart out of Georgia, because he's like right there too. But Lincoln Riley, you need to get one of these guys in that's going to change the franchise over. Fuck, if you guys want to go change your jerseys up, go change your jerseys up. Do something. Do something that's never been done before. You want to bring in Dabo and Trevor Lawrence? Fucking do it. That was the one big question I asked in Bucks Report before. Have we ever had a head coach and quarterback tandem so good in college that they both followed each other into the NFL ranks? And everybody's like, I do not think so at all. Wouldn't it be kind of cool if the Jaguars had the first ever opportunity to do so? Clemson has got a lot of players and a lot of coaches that would easily step in and try to take that organization away from Dabo Sweeney and keep them as relevant as they could be. Dabo Sweeney going to fucking Trevor Lawrence and being like, let's go down to fucking Florida. Let's make this random ass fucking team happen. Let's take some of the talent that's already here, trade it away for some other fucking talent and some draft picks. They're already loaded up on draft picks as well. So now it becomes, you know, the hot landing spot. Do you want to go play for the Dolphins and Tua Tagovailoa? Which would, you know, be interesting because the history that exists there, right? Do you want to go play for the Buccaneers, who are going to be after the Brady era, and looking at a bit of a rebuild, but more like a restructure, right? And the unknowings that's going to happen there. Or would you want to go to Jacksonville, where you know that fans will flock you from Tampa and from Miami and come watch you up in Jacksonville when you got this long, blonde-haired, blue-eyed fuck that's going to put 400 yards up for the fucking Jaguars. And probably, eventually, his celebration be throwing that football that he gets a touchdown in into the pool.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like, they got that pool there. So it'd be like everybody would be buying VIP seats to get into that pool, and he'd be throwing the fucking ball up into the pool. It's a perfect scenario for them. And we cannot hate the Jaguars for it when they've been the fucking joke of going to London They have home games in London. Doesn't that kind of help your market as well? If you got London games for the next 5 years, now all of a sudden you got Trevor Lawrence that's going to be, London's fucking face and stuff like that. That gives you more money there. You got people like me who have made an article, which you should go check out. It's called Why Canada Doesn't Have... It's called Why Doesn't Canada Have a Football Team and Why We Should Get One, eh? And basically what that consists of is the Jaguars moving to Canada, to Toronto, like a relocation thing. And wouldn't that be kind of cool having Trevor Lawrence in that as well? So, she got mad about it. That's all good. That being said, wow. The Jaguars, ladies and gentlemen, need this. They need this, they need this, they need this. Just like the Charlotte Hornets need James Wiseman in this upcoming draft. Just like the Red Wings needed Lafreniere, but I get it. But in my opinion, like the Wild needed this first overall pick. There's a few teams that just need this to happen to them. And I think it's about time that the Jaguars have it happen to them. All right? Because there's a bit of noise up there, we're going to have to cut this short. We'll talk fantasy draft after, a different time. But obviously, ladies and gentlemen, this has been North Sports. This has been one of the biggest fans of North Sports, Alex Loosemore. Thank you for joining in, man. You literally took a vacation day just to sit in a fucking corner and have this light blinding him the whole time so we can do an hour show. Yeah, I got an hour and one. We got an hour and one. And I've been doing a lot better on this. I like mental clock because I know that certain segments take certain, amount of times. And I know that I can just talk a bunch of bullshit about the Jaguars and shit like that. Like, when you brought Tom Coughlin in and you were fining people for sitting down like $75,000, did you honestly fucking think that people were going to re-sign in Jacksonville? Like, really, guys? Like, but honestly, Jaguars are going to be in the running for Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence. Don't be surprised if the don't be surprised if the Falcons really crumble this year. And that could just really piss me off for the next few years, is seeing Trevor Lawrence in the Falcons, the Mean Machine colors. That would suck.
Yeah.
Only because even if they went back to like their old colors of red, that would literally look like the most villainous thing of all fucking time. Is that dude with the blonde hair coming in with his fucking suit, puts on that red jersey, and just with Julio fucking Jones too.
Calvin Ridley.
Oh my god. Fuck Calvin. You get Julio Jones.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Oh my god. And like, I love Mike Evans. We both appreciate what Calvin Johnson has done. We love Jerry Rice and stuff like that. But guys, this is Julio fucking Jones. This is top 5 wide receiver all time. Don't at me. Okay. Top 5 wide receivers of all time. Jerry Rice, number fucking 1. Okay? Number 2, probably...
Randy Moss.
I was going to say Randy Moss. Yeah. Number 3, Terrell Owens.
Yeah.
Number 4, out of massive fucking respect, it should be Larry Fitzgerald. It should be Larry Fitz. But if we're not putting Larry Fitz in there, then you're putting in... Oh, and I'm going to get fucking added a lot for this, too. It's Julio, man. Like, honestly, like, there's a lot of other good wide receivers that have existed, but, like, Julio is a slot receiver, a man-to-man receiver. It's a team that traded a fucking kerfuffle of fucking draft picks for somebody.
To the Browns, of all teams.
Yeah, and they were like, I don't think this is going to... Like, a lot of people were like, I don't think this is going to work. And he became... Him and Roddy White were fucking amazing for a bit.
Yeah.
Like, he made Roddy White so irrelevant after a while.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, they bring Calvin Ridley in to replace Julio Jones, and they restructure his contract because they're like, Jesus fucking Christ, man, we can't let you go. Now, here's the other thing. This. If you're like the Detroit Lions, and you like say, like, you did so bad this year, right? You just said, fuck it, right? And the Falcons did really, really bad and stuff like that, right? But you go trade Stafford to the Falcons and let Matt Ryan walk away, right? Because you save like $4 or $5 million, I think, on the cap there. Okay. So then all of a sudden you think Stafford gets Julio Jones, right? No. So Julio Jones comes over in the trade. Okay.
Wow.
And there's a bunch of picks and say other players that go around, right? But they both keep their numbered picks. So in this case, Stafford would get Chase. What's the kid from LSU? Jamar Chase. And be in a Falcons uniform, and then Ridley and Chase, right? And all of a sudden they tear up that league. But then check this out. This is just because you came on the show, okay? Now all of a sudden you got Julio Jones. Your Lions had 2nd overall pick, right? Yeah. So you get now Justin Fields, who played at Ohio. So that becomes kind of cool. He is definitely going to change the fucking franchise. Oh, God, yeah. But then all of a sudden, because you guys have Justin Fields, that becomes the major kicker for your organization to go, hi, Calvin? Wouldn't it be kind of nice to, make Justin Fields feel at home having Julio Jones on one side and Calvin Johnson on the other?
You think he'd come out?
Oh, you want to come play with Julio Jones for 2 years?
I still think he's done, dude.
I do too, but if Detroit just starts stocking up like that and they made the call.
Well, he won't even show up now because they still owe him money.
Well, they owe him, and that's the thing, is they owe him
$1 million.
$1 million, and I get it. I get it. The man invested in a CBD shit because the man is hurt. I get it.
Yeah.
The man had 5 Cardinals hanging off of him in the back of a fucking end zone, and he still got a touchdown, though.
Yeah.
Now you can take 4 of them off you because they're going to be on Julio.
Yeah. And you'd still have Galladay.
And you still got Galladay. And then you got DeAndre Swift. And you got a up-and-coming offensive line. You can
TJ Hawkinson.
Thank you very much. This is just this. We're talking like a 0.1% chance of this happening. Yeah. But if Detroit wanted to make a splash, Stafford and 2 first-round picks for Julio Jones. Yeah, they do that. You save the cap. You bring in Julio Jones. You trade or you draft your Justin Fields. You tell Calvin, I won't give you $1 million. I'll give you $12 fucking million at this point. Just sign a contract. I'll literally give you $12 million. Like Justin Fields would be like, I'll give you my signing bonus, okay? You mean to tell me I'm going to have Galladay, Calvin Johnson, and Julio Jones with DeAndre fucking Swift and not Adrian Peterson, Adrian Peterson would be like, I'm going to come back for you. Yeah. And carry on and be like, guys, me, right?
Yeah.
It would have worked. But anyways, that has been the dream of the Detroit Lions situation. This has been North Sports. This has been the biggest fan of North Sports. Follow me on Twitter at Andrew_Faubert. Look for the North Sports logo across everything, including Facebook, Spotify, you search Foobs, and then you'll see the North Sports logo. Those are all the episodes. I don't know why it does that. I'm not that smart when it comes to this. Pretty soon, Bucks Report episodes will be through there as well. We're going to finally get that organized. I said I would do that for the guys, and I got no issues doing it for them at all. So I just want to get the platforms across the board all through and through. Heartbeat Hot Sauce, the contribution of the giveaway this year, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to share. If you share, you get an entry into the draw. If you at Heartbeat Hot Sauce into the comment section, you also get another one. We got jalapeno, pineapple habanero, red habanero, and my personal favorite, the blueberry habanero. I will have a card booster box and probably a shirt. But obviously, when I have all that confirmed, I will let you know. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Alex, thank you again for coming and taking some vacation. Shout out to Brownie for letting the man go. If everything gets fucked up, I'm sorry. It's just the way that work happens sometimes. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. And I will be back next week with another interview. Stay tuned. Who the fuck that's going to be. All you need to know is that they are a Grey Cup Winnipeg Blue Bomber champion. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk to you soon. Goodbye. Fuck off from the north. And we'll see you soon. And then you can just sit there while I click it and click it. Oh my god, this thing was hanging by a thread. Oh my god.